What a weekend it was. Sincerely, I feel very happy to be back on your TV screen to give you sports update. It is the Sports Republic show right here on Voice of the People Television. And it's time for us to give you update emanating the world of sports. Well, what a weekend it was. So many top stories we could be checking out on the show this morning because I feel very happy to talk about it. But on the show with me, I have my man with me looking very fly like I'm looking like. On the show with me, let's talk. I have David E. I'm going to ask him one of the days what the E. That's still another E just behind it. But David, you're welcome. Great to have you.
Well, it's a very beautiful morning, and we bid every single person watching this amazing morning welcome. It's in the Sports Republic show, and I'm excited to be here because so much to serve our viewers out there.
So I'd love to ask you before you talk more, the 13th African Games is done.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Oh, well, impressively, we made the podium to the second position, of course. Same way we ended it last time out at Marrakesh in Morocco.
Right.
But the X factor is just the fact that we had lesser medals than we had at Morocco. But of course, it is something to work on. It's something to build on because the Olympics is there. We need to consistently make sure that all of our athletes are in top gear for the Olympics. And of course, we should be ready to go.
So let me rub it on you again. Finidi George, one is gone. One more to go. Finidi George, you saw what happened. One result against the Ghana, 2-1 it ended. Now the next is Mali. What are you expecting for that?
Well, the most impressive part for me in that game was the fact that I saw a Super Eagles that was coming out to wanting to play, wanting to get the ball, not the ones that are laid back.
It's a different style.
It's a major difference. And for me, that was what I was expecting to see.
Okay.
But can we formidably manage going forward and defending very well? Well, that again is what we are hoping to see in the game against Mali that is going to happen later today. But again, impressive first outing for Nigeria and the Super Eagles. So basically, that's all.
Okay, so let's go. Let's get started in a celebratory atmosphere. Talk about the 13th African Games. It was concluded on Saturday in Accra. Now, a second place finish in the final medal table was secured by Team Nigeria with 120 medals, 47 gold, 33 silvers, and 4 bronze. Now, while the overall medal count was lower than the 130 medals won in Morocco, with the Ghana outing yielded a slightly increase in gold medal, weightlifting emerged as the gold mine for Nigeria. I love to talk about this Sunday. Not Sunday. I love to talk about John Aino. I always call Sunday Darius.
Right.
John Aino
has
come to hail this once and saying, yes, you guys did so well. Representing the nation was okay. How far would you rate this man? Because for me, I could give him maybe 70 over 100 for now.
Right.
I love the fact that he's always on every of the games, saying words with athletes.
Do I want to give him a 70 over 100 or 7 over 10? Unfortunately, I'm not going to go that. I'm not going to go in that.
You don't want, you want to go lesser?
I would rather go lesser because we know that even this outing, the African Games outing, was mad with so much irregularities.
Right.
There was the part
no, I'm not sorry, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about what led to it. I'm talking about his time, his involvement in the game.
Yes.
Every time he's always there. He's got a lot what to say and he motivates them, even when they feel like they're down.
Well, the truth of the matter is the African Games is about the ongoing tournament that just ended on Saturday. But beyond that, what has he been doing on the home soil? That majorly is what we should be looking out for. What's the plan for the Kedah Eagles?
Right.
What's the plan for the Athletics Federation of Nigeria and how are they planning for the Olympics? The Olympics now tomorrow.
Right. Okay. I'm going to hold you on that. We go with the next one. Federal government rains dollars on athletes who made it to the medals table. You heard me say that.
Yeah.
Now, payment of athletes and official camp allowances and bonuses for winning medal on the 13th African Games, which ended in Ghana on Saturday, have been initiated by the Ministry of Sport.
Right.
It's still that man I'm talking about. Now, announced on Friday, according to a attached statement, individual gold, silver, and bronze medalists will receive that's 3,000 US dollar, 2,000 and 1,000 US dollar respectively, while doubles, gold, silver, and bronze winners are entitled to 500. Oh, that's $5,000. Does the money look big, small for you? You have 500. We have 3,000, 5,000, sorry, and 1,500.
Right. Now,
does this sound big for you?
I have a problem with the fact that we have to appreciate our athletes in a foreign currency.
You want to convert the money to Nigeria?
Unfortunately, it is not even right to do that because what you're only doing to your naira is devaluing.
David, have you
Frank is just still around,
Right.
the businessman. He will tell us what it means
David.
to give your athletes dollars and not your
You're
naira.
faulting them on that. Have you had a politician on the show? Have you spoken to one of these, top-notch Nigerian politician? Have you had a word chit-chat?
Yes,
When you
one
talk
time.
about money, they don't even talk naira. When you say, I bought this for 75,000 naira, they're calculating in dollar. So it's not the first time we've seen this.
What is wrong is wrong.
Right, say that again.
If John Eno is not going to get it right, I don't know when we're going to get it right. So right now, what he's just done is, if the Super Eagles will be going for the under 23 team
Right.
going for the Olympics, if they are going to be winning games, they should be telling us, okay, so what we're expecting is the NFF should pay us maybe $10,000 each. It is wrong. If you're going to give any athletes whatever appreciation you want to give them in naira. Make the money even heavy for EMO to say, then they give you correct money. Why make it in dollars? I mean, you're only devaluing the naira even more. And come on, if we're hoping that Nigeria's naira would at least appreciate a bit with the dollar, this is the best way to start. I'm sorry. That's why I said I would not rate a John Eno in any of all of this at all.
I know where your plight is really coming from now. I can actually buy from what you're saying. But we go off that very story and give you more updates. I'll talk about the Nigeria game. We'll love to get highlights about that on the screen, possibly.
Yeah.
Nigeria, Ghana.
Yeah.
For 18 years, we've never won the Ghanaian side. Like more than a decade. We're going to 2 tickets, right?
Top rivalry.
And it's a Finidi George getting this one now.
Yeah.
One more is left. What is the message from Finidi to the NFF now?
I honestly think that the Nigerian Super Eagles did play well.
Right.
In fact, let's put that to bear. We were attacking minded, which is one thing a lot of persons.
We saw a lot of play from Iwobi.
Exactly, which is one thing. I mean, Iwobi was all over the place. Why? Because there was a Wilfred Ndidi.
Right, we saw that.
Who was Onyeka, who was really manning the midfield. Now, holding balls, I mean, it helps us even do better creatively, and of course, helping some of our players express themselves even more. That game for me was one that I majorly wanted to see the kind of style of play that Finidi George was going to bring to the and he did prove everything.
Okay, so we have 2 players who will be missing out the next game against the Eagles of Mali.
Right.
Calvin Bassey is ruled out of that game, and also Frank Onyeka of Brentford is out of the game.
Yeah.
Would this be a major setback for the Super Eagles?
Oh well, that also would tell Finidi George, would tell Nigerians how much tactically influenced Finidi George can be.
Right. We want to say his flair now.
Yeah, missing these 2 guys in the team already, going against a Malian side or a Mali side, because I don't want to sound like the other side.
Yeah, I know.
Like a Mali side that presently is trying to also get their rhythm as well. But then we're most likely will be seeing some other names coming to fill up.
I love. Let me comment. Let me just give him the accolade. I love to give it right when he do right.
Right.
Finidi George. What I love about him so far, for the time being, just for the short period, we saw Tinubu, who plays for the Tanzania club side, getting a start this time around. And questions have been asked by the media saying, why you play this guy? And he said, I don't have a Kenneth Omera. He got injured.
Very true.
Ekong is yet to return back to the national team. Now, giving players of this nature an opportunity to play. And guess what? Tinubu said, this is like a dream come true. I couldn't sleep after making my debut. And if I want to rate him over 10, I could give him 7 over 10. So Finidi George, now it looks like he has gone back from where Pesero stopped. Yeah. And it's giving us a different game. Exactly. And that also should tell Nigerians at this point that he is also doing his homework. Because if you lack in that team a Truce Ekong, Kenneth Omero, and presently Calvin Bassey, you know what those 3 means. Yeah, that's actually strong. So for you to still lack those 3 guys in that team and confidently still defeated Ghana, getting a win, 2-1. Did you ever see that coming? We should see. David, in a small result too, but not big results. Big results. 18 years and counting, we never won the Ghanaians. Big results. And getting it this time around. As far as I'm concerned. It was you who said it on the show the other time. Let them give us a winning because the Ghanaians won us in the Falconite. Yeah, lost to the Princesses of Ghana. Well, of course, Finidi George, like I said, did his homework very, very well. And I can tell you for free that at this point, Nigerians are anticipating an even better result against Mali. Play well, get the results well, and of course, Nigerians who love good football will say, yes, we are here. And of course, we're expecting nothing more than an outstanding game against Mali. So
we're looking at a team at a team that is marred with some injuries, and the present interim manager is still doing well. Not forgetting the fact that there is no Oseni, there is no Boniface.
You see, but you just called Oseni. I don't know pressure on Oseni because Cyril Desert scored. I don't know. He plays for Rangers. He's in the European football and. Maybe.
That's for me.
I personally want to see competition for Oseni.
Exactly. I mean, that's what the team should be all about. We have, if not the finest in Europe, in the front park. I mean, we should be able to utilize all of our players.
So let's get on this one. I'm loving to bring this story to you. I'm a fan of this story, right? When I was talking about it on the radio, it got me reminiscing in my head. Where we've seen former Bafana captain Jelani Hachiwayo is hopeful that a Super Sport United teammate, his player, Ime Okon, will choose South Africa over Nigeria. Okon, born in Nigeria with a Nigerian father and a South African mother, holds eligibility to represent either countries. Hachiwayo mentioned that the 20-year-old is yet to make a decision, but he's also contemplating Nigeria despite being born in Johannesburg. Now, let me quote him on the show. He said, "I've told him if he needs to stay in South Africa, it will be difficult for him to crack the national team, stay back with the South African side. Now, to be able to crack the national team of the Super Eagles, he needs to play in Europe." I hold it there. That's a word here. If you like a verb, there's an action word there. If you want to play in Europe, you need to play. If you play in Europe, you get a call up in the Nigerian team. How did he know? Why would he say that? Is that the right word?
He's just joking.
You can't say he's joking.
He's joking.
David, sorry, let me hold you.
No. There was a Stanley Nwabali,
right,
who we all saw was from Chippa United.
But people can actually get to fault Nigeria and NFF and saying basically more of our players are plying the trade in Europe. We saw Mamelodi Sundowns national team, about 8 of them getting a start. It shows that we don't have a strong league. Again, and even South Africa can come to say this.
South Africa. So I was even going there. Now South Africans are kind of quiet about the fact that they have 8 Mamelodi Sundowns players in the national team. Have you also forgotten that Masepe, the CAF chairman, who also is the head of football in South Africa, is the chairman of Mamelodi Sundowns?
But let me say, whichever way.
So like it or not,
David,
his players,
whichever way,
will be filtered into that team.
I would not agree with you on that part. Mamelodi Sundowns, wonderful record in Africa.
I'm not taking that away.
Amazing team. Now you look at the table of the South African League and you begin to say, yes, this one is one. You cannot say that they have 8 players. We saw that in 2010, Barcelona, Real Madrid, a lot of players in one team. So you cannot fault him and say yes. So, but on this one, let's get on this. He said to be able to play in the national team of the Super Eagles, you need to play in Europe. And he's saying, he called them Arabia. He said, you play in Nigeria, you need to be in Europe. And now he's saying whenever South Africa is playing a game, he's supporting South Africa. His mom is South Africa. His dad is Nigeria.
Right.
Now, what would you say? In fact, let Okon be your younger brother. Now, your kid brother, better word. You're the older man. Advise Okon. What's the best way? Where do you see him playing the straightness? The Super Eagles or the Bafana?
So again, this young man to Babi,
what's that?
Shawayo.
Right.
He made this statement knowing the fact that the guy is playing well, and there are quicker and better space, emphasis on the word, quicker and better space for him in South Africa than in the Nigerian national team. Let's also face it, 225 million people and counting. If we say footballers there among them, you now one, you see they carry mic. They present.
I'll take that for the day,
right? No. I'm just saying something. What I'm trying to say is this. Him getting space to play in the national team is going to be a tough call.
For the Super Eagles?
For the Super Eagles.
Okay. No matter how good he is?
Now, that's the point. If he is very exceptionally good,
he's just 20.
We can still get him to play maybe in the Olympics with the under-23, which is still a good place to start us from. Right. So, I still wait to see how much of play he gets with his club side, and then let's also know. I mean, if not for the fact that this guy mentioned him, he's relatively not so known.
Okay, David, let's jump.
So it's going to be a tough
let's talk about
for him.
Club football quickly.
But for me, I think he stays with South Africa.
That's your advice.
Yeah.
Finally, South Africa.
Yeah, because he might not get that space, honestly speaking.
In Super Eagles.
In Super Eagles.
Now, if you need you can try anything. But let's go give you more updates. Our club football. Only Arsenal is top favorite to win the English Premier League. And that's for this season coming from Luis Enrique. In recent report, Paris Saint-Germain coach Luis Enrique has revealed His favorite to win the Premier League this season, speaking to the fans, addressing various football topics. Now, Enrique expressed his preference for Mikel Arteta of Arsenal to clinch on the title. Alternatively, he mentioned Pep Guardiola of Man City, Liverpool, or Unai Emery. Now, regarding Paris Saint-Germain draw against Barcelona, the Champions League side in the quarterfinal, Enrique commented on the high level of competition expected. He acknowledged the challenge posed by Barcelona, emphasizing the need for Paris Saint-Germain to demonstrate their quality on the pitch. Enrique also highlighted the difficulties of the draw, noting the presence of favorites such as Real Madrid, City, Bayern Munich, and Arsenal in other half of the bracket. Let's talk about Enrique. I feel like he's being sentimental a little bit on this. He said he's tipping very well. He's tipping, what's his name? Arteta to win the league. But on the other part of the saying that the Pep Guardiola, he said if he's not Arsenal team, it will be a Pep. And both guys are Spanish. He's also Spanish. Is he being sentimental for me?
Well, for me, I think he's just trying to play down pressure on Pep Guardiola.
What about Liverpool and Emery, both managers? You saw where he labeled them. He placed them down.
Yes. Now, I really don't know why Enrique is coming that direction. But I also think that he's trying to pull off the pressure of Manchester City,
Right.
who at this point are also slightly struggling. I mean, with injury worries coming back and forth with some of the players. We hear Kevin De Bruyne left the national team
Right.
to go back to City to try and manage his, situation. But Arsenal seem like that team that consistently is trying to do it right. Would they be able to nip it on the board and get the league this season? That would be a tough call. But Arsenal are that elephant way they don't like to just.
I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be
They like
surprised.
to
I wouldn't be
one
surprised if a lot of people are saying Arsenal cannot win the league.
Right.
They failed last time. I don't know if they will fail this time. But
Yeah.
let's give you more updates quickly.
I don't
Let's
want to
run-
say they've always been failing.
Don't say me no, Carrie. Now we talk about
You
golf
get to
top
be
stories.
right,
You
too.
go check that out. Peter Malnati wins Valspar Championship in Palm Harbor. Now Florida, the house bar talk about this man championship title was clinched by American Peter Malnati, marking his maiden Masters qualification of 4 under par 67 in his final round, propelled the Texas-year-old finishing in the 12th under. When I talk about golf, you hear me say it all the time, on the par. So that's what you get in the world of golf. Congratulations to this man, Matani. I'll quickly jump away from that and give you update about Carlos Sainz. You saw what happened in Formula One.
Right.
Carlos Sainz delivery, giving him victory in that Ferrari race. Now in Australia on Sunday, great to share. Now it feels good to see Carlos Sainz and Ferrari in the Formula One getting past that man. Now it was about Max Verstappen dropping down and this man getting high on the Australian GP.
Right.
Talking about Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz, is he the best man for now?
For now, it's such a surprising result for me. I actually thought Verstappen was going to really pull
Right.
up a major surprise for us, but it just goes to say that Formula One is one sport that you cannot predict. Right? Nobody's talking about Lewis Hamilton presently. Nobody's talking about.
Hamilton is just down.
Nobody's talking about Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
And at this point,
Charles Leclerc, a lot of this
you
guys.
get it. So we were all thinking Verstappen was really going to nick this one, but
Don't you like change?
I honestly,
I'm even happy he
that's
got
the
it right.
that's the unpredictable. Look at the young man; he's quite happy. That's the unpredictable part of Formula One. But again, it just goes to say that sports in general is not always cast in stone. There is always a difference. There is always change. There's always.
So if I want to quote you now, there's a word you always say. You love to say that more.
Yeah.
We have to go on a break with that
Football
one.
is like biscuits.
It's not football now. It's like sports generally. Like
Yeah, of course. That's what it is. Sports is like biscuits. You don't know where it's going to crack from. You think this person is going to win it. I mean, look at it. The 15-year-old, the young teenager
Right.
defeating Djokovic the last time out. It just goes to say that change is the only constant in life. And change for the better. Not the,
I'll take that from
not the
David E. But
politicians'
nice,
ones.
nice outing, nice time out. Thank you so much. We need to go on a break. When we return, it will be a very different style, different dimension. You don't want to miss. Stay here. We'll be back shortly.
متعنا بالنظر إلى وجهك الكريم
It's Ramadan. It's the season of sharing and caring. As Muslim faithfuls all over the world pray and fast, may peace reign all over, especially in troubled regions. Allah's blessing to us all. May the supplication of every sincere heart be heard. Ramadan Kareem, from all of us at Voice of the People Television.
الذين من قبلنا
I just hope we didn't keep you two waiting. Welcome again back to the Sports Republic show right here. I have a man with me, but before I unveil my man, I'll keep him on the sideline. I love to say something sometimes. How well do you love sports? That's a question. I have a man. The last time we had a man on the show was the big name Samson Siasia. He was here and we had a chit chat. But this time around, we're going off for football and we have a man to unveil. You just cannot. He's a man I love to say, Sha. You see, one thing about this guy, I don't like to be close to him. You know why? He's just tall. When I talk about sports and being tall, you know what it means. I don't like coming closer. I just do one time. We work on the check height. You know the matter. But okay, let's go on a full shot on this man. Welcome, DK Medina. Great to have you. How are you doing?
Morning, Kizzy.
DK, you too tall. Can your leg come down? Because if I can cross my leg on this way, I can't.
No, I have to sit like you. The same thing.
You want to do
that's
my
what I want
style?
to do.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Great
for
to have
having
you.
me.
Yeah. So how have you been for you? It's been a while.
Yeah. No. As usual, I've been practicing basketball and playing basketball.
Yeah. A lot of people might be wondering. DK Medina is in the building. What about DK? DK Medina. That's the real name.
Yeah, it's short. It's really DK Somadina. So we just cut it short.
But your jersey, you have DK. What do you put? Medina?
Yeah, DK. I put DK. Yeah.
DK. That's Igbo.
DK. Yeah, it means warrior.
You be warrior, sir. See, I'm not follow the drag. You be warrior. But let's go. Let's get talking quickly. Why do you choose basketball? Why is it basketball? Why not be football? We need people who will discuss. Go. Why you talk?
Basketball. You know, normally in Nigeria we all start with football.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, you started with football?
Football, yes.
Okay.
I started basketball like senior secondary. We hardly start basketball early in Nigeria, but it's changed now. That's one of the problems we have when you start sports very late.
Right.
You understand? Like in the US, most people that play basketball, they started like in primary school.
Right.
So they get used to the skills, their muscle memory for that particular sport very early. But for us in Nigeria, it's mainly soccer.
Right.
Then we now drift into other sports when we get older. So sometimes we might not have those skills we need on time. It takes longer for us to. But it was initially soccer. Then I came to the basketball court. Initially it was strange because I preferred soccer, but
So you play well?
Yes, watching them play basketball and the technicalities are around.
Right.
I believe basketball is a little bit more technical to soccer. You might not agree because you're a soccer fan, but
Just maybe, right?
when you pay attention to the details and everything, you fall in love with basketball.
So let me ask you this one now. I can't wait to get into personal.
Yeah.
I just want to get into you. I'll talk about that. But quickly, moving on. For basketball in Nigeria, what do you think should be added? How do you think our basketball can grow? Because we talk about basketball. See, I'm a sports analyst, right? When I talk about sports, sometimes I do some research. I really would find it very hard to get words, to get news in basketball in Nigeria. What is the way forward? How do we grow from here?
There's a lot.
It got you thinking.
Yeah, there's a lot to be done for basketball, but there are too many problems and politicking in basketball.
Really?
But growing basketball in Nigeria, sports in general, we need to start from the grassroots.
Okay.
From the primary, secondary.
That's the basic.
You understand? So that we'll have the sports culture. You understand? If you have the basketball culture from primary and secondary school, it will be easy to migrate to the professional level, you understand, it's not difficult. It won't be as difficult as it seems. Now, like some people, most parents understand now, like when I was a child, if you tell your parents you want to play basketball, there's a way they will look at it. You need to be a doctor, an architect,
Right.
an engineer. But people understand now they know sports is lucrative. Now that the opportunity is there, we need to harness this sport. Sports is like a gold mine. The last time I told you, the NBA last season, they made about $10 billion
Right.
from basketball. That's the NBA. That's what they made for the United States. Just imagine now that we're struggling with Forex. I mean, I'm
Right.
making that kind of money for
Oh,
our country.
we're struggling with forex.
Yeah.
You could be in the next. Yes, maybe you could be.
Yeah,
I mean,
and sports could actually help us. Ukonjiwara, the director general for World Health,
Right.
she tweeted something about
Yeah, she talked
sports.
about it,
Yes,
true.
and how we need to go into sports and help cushion whatever
but DK, is that to
problems
say?
we're having.
Tell me sincerely, is that to say during your time
Yes.
or while you started playing basketball, you never got support from parents?
Not the support is here and there, but you
Wasn't strong.
yes, the parents want you to just go to school, get your degree. Sports is going to distract you. They see that as a distraction. But with time, when they see that you're adamant about sports, they know it's better for them to throw their support behind you. And
Yeah, I
now, people have started seeing that sports is not the way we see it before. Maybe when you see a child they're into sports, you believe that this child is not serious. But you will see that sports is lucrative, and sports is not just that it's lucrative. It teaches virtue,
Right.
how to work with people and other things. It takes away kids from all the dangerous
DK,
vices in
DK,
society.
Let me get on you. Are you married?
No.
You sound like the next man who is gonna. You that's your first your picking must do sports. Which one you think? No, tell me which one.
No, I would love them to go into sports, but
Which of the sport exactly? Tell me.
I don't think I want to pick for them.
Oh, okay.
You understand? I'll just want them to go into sports.
Is it
They'll see the one.
because of how lucrative it is at this point?
Yeah, sports is lucrative. I want them to go into sports, but
They must
it's
go
not
school.
compulsory.
But they go school.
They'll go to school. The way it works in the US, I like it. When you're going to school, you pick a sport. You understand? You even do all
Okay.
of them in
Oh,
primary
okay.
school. Then somehow you now go into a particular one you specify, but you have to do sports. Aside even going professional, there are many
Okay,
other
so-
things you learn
okay,
in
DK,
sports
let's get
environment.
straight now. The part
Yeah.
where I cannot wait to get into. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to enter and start. I feel not come out to.
Yeah.
Now, this is it. You and your game and how far you've been over time. Is there anything you do before games, like a ritual? I don't know, like we know Ronaldo, aesthetics-wise, he runs, he does a lot of stuff. But for you personally, before you go on a court, is there anything you do, like a ritual, a better word?
Definitely, as a sports person, you always have some kind of warm up to the game.
Like a personal one, aside from your team.
Yes, you have, aside from your team, you have some kind of warm up, maybe some plyometrics, you stretch. Then sometimes we use maybe music to motivate ourselves. There's always a system to it.
Right.
Even though it starts from your nutrition, what you eat prior to the game. Sometimes maybe you like take some kind of carbohydrate so you get energy. So I have my own routine for
Because
every game.
there's something people always say. Growing up, I heard overheard like a rumor, better word, that if you want to play basketball, you must get high to eat. You must stop. If you not get, you see that David, that guy, that left here. You know if you play basketball, hope not for him. Well, I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying.
But it's not true. And that's
It's not true.
That's not true.
Okay, so justify it. Tell me more about it.
As sports, let me start from this. Sometimes the shorter players, they have their own advantage. They have the lateral movement, the quickness.
Wow.
Taller players don't have that quickness and swiftness,
the
lateral
flair.
movement. You understand? And the speed, and that's the edge. You
What,
understand?
DK, tell me the
Running
truth.
around as a taller player, as a 7-footer, chasing a 5'7" guy is difficult.
DK, wait, more talk.
Yes.
If we go to a basketball screening, like open screen, everybody's coming around to play basketball, and we see some talk through for Nigeria here.
Yeah.
Because see some kind of short people come interview, where come screening,
Yeah.
they go pick them. When you see, once the one short guy,
No, I understand your point. Most
so
of
we say
the
this guy,
scouts.
Well, okay, well, let's
most
say
of
when
the
you came to the
scouts-
studio today,
Yeah, yes.
a lot of persons saw you. Oh, this guy's a basketballer. You could say you can detect, and it's a basketballer.
Yeah.
But talking about for you to be, I'm not talking me short. Hope they.
There's hope.
No, advise them. Hope they.
There's hope. I've seen there players. There are players 5'6", 5'9". But where won the slam dunk?
What's your height?
I'm 6'6", 5'6", 5'9". Boykins was like
What about Iverson? Is it?
Iverson was 6 feet.
Oh, okay.
Barely
What's
6 feet. That's
your
6 feet.
feet? How many?
I'm 6 feet 6 inches.
Oh, okay.
Iverson was 6 feet on sneakers, so he was like 5'10", 5'11".
You're not too tall now.
You understand? But he was he was dominant during his
best, right.
era. So there's the advantage. His advantage was his quickness. People could hardly keep up with his speed and pace. So basketball, they don't say because you're short you won't try. No. You could still be great. There were 7-footers when Iverson dominated the league. So there's the opportunity. The door is open to everybody.
There's another one again.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of people talk about jersey number when they play. I've watched you play a couple of times, how good you can be. But you have a specific jersey number. If you go to a club side that is different from your club side, maybe they get to buy you and they're giving you a different jersey number. Would you comment? Would you have a problem with that?
Sometimes, as players, we always have our own favorite numbers. But when you come to a team,
A team like a new team,
and maybe someone is already putting on that number, it's always good to maybe just pick a different number. You understand? Because there's no need causing some kind of problems in between. So you have that, your locker room chemistry and whatever. So you just pick a different number. But my favorite number, I think, 9. 9 is my favorite number.
Okay, so talking about basketball, during your play and the rest of the time, do you mind sharing with us just your worst moment in basketball since you've been playing the game so far? I know a lot of challenges are there, but your worst moment that you faced?
A particular game or career-wise?
Career-wise.
Injury. I would say injury. There was a time I sprained my ACL, my right knee.
Wait, ACL? The ACL I know in football?
Yes.
The anterior crucial ligament?
Yes.
You know, they get onto for basketball?
It happens everywhere.
Wait, let me see, now they get hamstring too?
Hamstring, ankle, Achilles, everything. The sports, because we play basketball and we shoot, you walk your legs.
Okay, wait, man, see your hand. If you slap person, that person wants to. But see, look at what's screen. I mean, your hands are. So
Nice
you must have. Is it a criteria? You must have a big fist.
No, but it's an advantage.
For ball grip, you can grip the ball.
Yes, grip the ball. It's an advantage if you have a big palm to grip the ball. It gives you an advantage.
Not go slap person. No. Okay, so you talk about injury-wise. It's something that can be taken off the game, right? How long was that?
I stayed off the game for a year and to recover totally because initially
For a year.
I stayed over a year. When I went to the medical, to the physio, they said I should stay off like 3 months, 4 months. But I was younger then, so like a month and I felt I could play. I went to play again. I got injured. I sprained it like several. It kept reoccurring. Then I had to advise myself that I had to stay off for like 1 year, and I did all. I followed. That's why it's always good to follow your physio. When your physio tells you something, listen. That's how I followed for like 1 year, and I did everything judiciously. That's how I came out from that injury.
Okay, so talk about gameplay. How do you stay motivated when you lose a game? Because everybody would demoralize. Of course, I just lost the game. How do I cope?
Everything is mental. You just know that
it's mentality, right?
Yeah, it's just one game, and you need to prepare for the next game.
What keeps you motivated? What keeps you going?
What keeps me going is the passion and the love for the game and winning. So when you lose one game, you don't just sit there and sob over it. You know, sometimes in our league, you could play 5 consecutive games,
right?
5 consecutive days, like there's no break in between. So if you lose today and you stay there and you're sobbing, you might lose the next game because you're not mentally prepared. The only thing you do anytime you lose, I see every loss as an opportunity to learn. There's some mistakes you made. You try and get it right in the next game.
Okay, so you're still watching Sports Republic show right here on the Voice of the People Television. It's a nice time having this chip chat with this man, talk about DK Medina. It's been amazing. When you get such personalities, you want to keep them on the edge and say, okay, tell me what more. I never knew you don't height. At least if you're short, you know if you play the game like that guy with you. But let's keep it aside. So DK, let's get talking again now. I want to ask you one question that looks very important. If you're on the bench, how do you feel?
Coming from the bench doesn't make you a lesser player. I've started
for some teams.
I've started from the bench.
It's not a nice feeling. Who wants to be playing second fiddle? I don't want to play. I'm not like to the bench. I must start.
Yes, but you know, football and basketball is a little bit different. You know, there's an award for the 6th man in the NBA. So it means that the 6th man is also important. Coming from the bench doesn't mean you're a lesser player. Sometimes you give the team the balance they need. So if you see it in that light, it won't demoralize you. Like
so in basketball, I know every sport actually needs discipline, right?
Yes.
But in basketball, when you play basketball and you're playing, and sometimes it doesn't go your way, like the referee But you call the referee, right?
Yeah, the ref.
And you're doing your stuff and like, oh, no, like this, and it's going wrong for you. How do you react? I mean, attitude-wise.
To the ref?
Yes. Body language, gestures, does he change? I mean, does he just send any message, any wrong signal?
Yeah, you need to be smart in dealing with referees because referees, they are also human.
Okay.
If you challenge the ref too much, you might incite him to show you that he understands the rules more than you.
Right.
And that becomes a problem. You understand? They are also, I know that's not being a professional ref, you are not supposed to go that way, but they are humans and they're emotional beings. So if you challenge the ref and you don't play smart,
Right.
you understand? There's a way you play. If the ref makes a wrong call and you talk to the ref calmly, the
Right.
ref will understand. You understand?
understand,
But if you incite the ref, you might not enjoy that game. So you need to be smart working. They're also
Okay, so,
humans and they
DK,
can make mistakes.
it's really a lot to talk about with you on the show. You know, when I have you more time, we'll talk more. You have to give me a promise. I mean, say that to the camera that you come back again.
I'm always available anytime you invite me, Kizzy.
Okay, so the last one is social media. How far has it gone? How far has it impacted basketball in the world generally? Social media.
And social media is a good tool. Like I said before, social media, social media is a good platform. It has helped spread basketball across Nigeria and globally. The only thing is that young sports people, like talking about basketball, young basketballers need to be careful because on the social media, different social media platforms, you see different kind of coaches, people teaching the right thing and people teaching the wrong thing. So you need guidance from maybe a mentor, somebody to guide you to pick the right people.
Sincerely, I know.
So you know the right coaches to follow.
I know you've got a lot to say. Time is up. A lot of conversation on the ASL. We need to go. But quickly wrapping up your social media handle. Someone just like, oh, man, follow this guy. Go play tutor. I beg give them your social media. Just all right.
On Instagram, magic skills for you.
Malik, what?
Magic skills for you.
Oh, okay.
4 figure.
All right.
Yeah,
thank you so
magic
much.
skills for you.
DK, I would love to have you again. Thank you so much for making it our day with us right
Thanks
here.
for
on
having me,
Public.
Kizzy.
Yeah,
Always
we
a
need to
pleasure
go.
to- yeah.
Always a pleasure. We need to go. We need to run. I just carry my back. They run. If my nick at the flag, hold on, they move. And I still remain that your host. My name is Kizzy K, the only football player without a jersey. The show continues again tomorrow, same time. Don't change it. I'm out.